Everyone, it's a Miserable Movie Man back once again with another video. So I've actually watched episodes 3 and 4 now of Daredevil Season 2 Born Again, and I thought I would do a combined review of both of them. I thought episode 3 was not great. I wasn't a huge fan of episode 3. It was just subpar for me, things we've seen before and have been done better elsewhere. But episode 4 was great. Really liked episode 4. That was almost a return to force of the quality of the original show. And I think if it continues in that vein, it's going to be really interesting. But let's start with episode 3. Episode 3 was the episode where they did the big heist of all of the folks that were being held by the task force and by Kingpin, and they were underground, and Matt had to sort of go and rescue them. Now, of course, the plot demands that Karen Page, who has almost zero training, knock out and detain a task force, anti-vigilante task force agent. And that agent is the only agent that it seems that wants to help them. So she managed to find the agent through some cosmic mystic energy, and the agent was able to give them a key card and some instructions on where to go. So, Karen kidnapping that agent, and then Matt being a bit shocked and dismayed by it, but then realizing that the agent could help them, is something that was a bit way too contrived, should I say, for the show. Then we have the ridiculous trial of Swordsman, who they have no evidence that he is. They convict him anyway. It's kind of kangaroo court. All of those scenes for the lawyer to just look completely inept against this court and this judge who had a bad headache. So obviously she's going to put him away. Why this stuff was in there, I don't know. And you have the scenes where Karen and Matt try and figure out how to rescue the folks and where they're being held. And that is after the lawyer went to see Swordsman, of course, and there was a scene that played way worse than one of my favourite scenes in an extremely amazing movie called Sneakers, where you try and figure out where Cosmo's office is, and one of the main folks is deaf, so he uses sounds to figure out where the office is. That was brilliantly done. But, for Daredevil, having the sounds, having the sort of very, very in-your-face sounds that were overplayed in terms of loudness, it was just a bit too obvious when the sounds are coming through. They're really being forced onto you on the screen. And, of course, the lawyer is Kirsten, I think, is an amazing memory for where the sounds are, what direction she's going. Gives it all to Daredevil, and he goes in, kicks some ass, opens some cells, luckily opens Swordsman's cell, and Swordsman helps him out a lot. It was quite cool seeing him fight. I enjoyed that. I want to see more of Swordsman. I thought he's a interesting character and acted well and fights well, so we should have more Swordsman in the show if we can. But of course Matt is taking people out using his Daredevil skills, even though there's a lot of folks. And Karen and Angela, I don't know if she's supposed to be that small or she's supposed to be that young, but both of them are also in the I'm okay with gunfire and rescuing people business. They drive the truck around and they get in the truck and they escape. And of course, as they're escaping, Fist enacts his master plan. The minute you saw those folks were loading the stuff off the boat, saying, hey, we want to go back to our families, they're like, oh, go stay in the boat, you knew what was going to happen. And Fist does what Fist does. He does what the Kingpin does. He blew up the boat. But what's amazing to me is as they're driving away, Matt and Karen go, he killed him. I can't believe he killed him. He killed him. He's the Kingpin. He kills everyone. He kills people. Have they not dealt with this guy before? What did they think was going to happen? That was really stupid for me. And again, parts of these things are just so glaring that it makes me enjoy the episode less. So I wasn't a big fan of episode 3. It's highly praised on IMDb, and fighting was okay. But too much stupidity in it. Too much silliness. Too much plot contrivances for me. So I didn't enjoy it that much. But then we get episode 4. Episode 4 is great. The intro, just of Bullseye having breakfast and taking people out, is the best thing so far in season 2 for me. I loved watching that scene. It's so well done, reminiscent of the scenes from the previous shows and also maybe the movie to some degree. Really, really excellent. We got Fisk's boxing match, which we knew how that was going to go, right? I mean, he was beating the guy up in the previous episode. The minute he wants to take him out, he just knocks him down. Fisk has raw power. But, he's worried for Vanessa. He tells Vanessa to go away. And Vanessa, being Vanessa, does whatever she wants, whenever she wants. She thinks she's, faster than Bullseye and smarter than Daredevil. And she's obviously none of these things. But, the episode did ramp up some tension. The fight between Matt and Bullseye was good. It was interesting to me that Matt said, I'm going to go talk to Bullseye, but, his talking ended up in a beatdown. If he just told Bullseye what Fisk was planning, maybe Bullseye knew, maybe he didn't, but, he seemed to want to go talk to Bullseye and warn him, oh God, Bullseye, I got to go talk to him. Yeah, by talk, do you mean not speak at all and kick his ass and just go, rah, 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 when you're fighting him? I mean, these rage screams are getting a bit much for me. And Bullseye going in and showing how talented he is, in the boxing match. We have the supporting cast there. Don't really care about any of those folks. BB, Daniel, all those people. I am enjoying Buck more than ever. I think, the scene with the hot dog with Daniel was okay, but then in this episode, Buck has a chat with Matthew Lillard's agent, who tries to look cool. He's on the scene, he's eating, he's confronting Kingpin and his henchmen, and he's got folks who are, in the back with guns. Oh, what happened? Now I think he's going to be over the top. I liked his first performances, but now he's trying to be too cool, too chilled, too, hey, I'm going to sit and chew some stuff while we talk and all this rubbish. Did look a bit worried at the end, though, so I don't know what that was about. Is he's really worried that the government nefarious plans are going to come to light, but, him in the up the creek without paddle? But that was an interesting and somewhat pointless scene, I think. And then, of course, in the end of the fight where Kingpin does what he says he's going to do, knocks the guy out. We all knew that was going to happen. Was that designed to turn the public in his favour? Was that designed to reinforce his status as the mayor that can't be messed with? Was that part of his plan? Not sure, really. But, it was obviously a trap for Bullseye and Daredevil, and they duly showed up. And it was one of those things where Daredevil saves Bullseye now, after Bullseye had saved him. And how, actually, going back to how he traced Bullseye just from the coin, that was a bit stupid and a bit contrived for me. But, they get to the fight and they have the showdown with the cops, and Kingpin thinks he's saved Vanessa as Bullseye and Daredevil fly through the window and run off. But, of course, Bullseye, being Bullseye, never misses. So, is Vanessa dead? Is she comatose? What's going to happen in the next episode? We'll have to wait and see. People say it was a shocking cliffhanger ending. I didn't think that was the case. The minute Wilson tells Vanessa to stay away, you knew that she was going to come back and be put in harm's way. And she's the one that takes his concentration off the fight. And he gets hit. So, really, she's messed everything up. And other than, dealing the deal with the governor, woman to woman, can he control him? Really? Can anyone control Wilson? I don't think so. But this governor is a bit flip-floppy. I'm going to take you out. Actually, no, I'm going to control you with your wife. Too much back and forth for me. But she comes back and she is there in the sort of sniper's sights, in Bullseye's sights, and is caught in the crossfire. Or maybe Bullseye was always trying to kill her and not Wilson. So we'll see what happens in episode 5, but definitely enjoyed episode 4. It took it up a few notches for me. The tension was good, the fighting was good, not too much stupidity in this episode. And, harkens back to the quality of the old show, which I really enjoyed. So, there you go. That's my review for episodes 3 and 4 of Daredevil Season 2 Born Again. What did you think? Did you enjoy it? Let me know what you think in the comments below. As usual, please like, share, and subscribe to help support the channel. And catch you next time.